Hello, and welcome to LUTV on Fox, the television program written and produced by students in the communication department at Lamar University.
Today, we'll feature 4 short documentaries researched and produced by broadcast journalism students.
I'm Jonathan Tippett.
And I'm Avery Smithhart. Coming up on LUTV on Fox, one local wrestler takes us behind the scenes of wrestling life in Southeast Texas.
Then, we explore what it's like to survive a stroke and live with aphasia.
And we'll take you to downtown Beaumont, where a group of artists are on a mission to revitalize the area through art.
And finally, we'll introduce you to one little boy with big dreams and his friend with a big heart.
It's LUTV on Fox, and it's coming up right now. There's a small but spirited wrestling community in Southeast Texas. Many of these wrestlers compete in local and national events and have won many awards.
LUTV producers Shay, Doucette, and Erik Rodriguez have this story about Beaumont area wrestlers Jordan Jensen and AJ Rush.
This is my entire life. You want to put on a good show, it's gonna hurt. It takes athleticism to do what we do.
I've been with Hurricane Pro Wrestling probably for the better part of about 6 years. I want to say 6.5 about now. I want to go 100 miles an hour and never stop. It's definitely the adrenaline rush that I seek, and it actually fulfills my need for that adrenaline rush.
Jordan Jensen.
I work full-time as an industrial salesman. I've wanted to wrestle since I was 6 years old. I've watched it my entire life.
The event we're driving to right now is called Shoot to Thrill. It's the culmination of a few storylines, kind of cool. So I'm really interested to see what we can do and how the crowd's going to react to it. We get a lot of little kids, you know, but here recently we've got like a lot of like younger adults and like middle-aged men, like mid-30s, mid-40s kind of deal. We got the license to run in the Civic Center in the very front, like right in front of the concession stand area, and that's been really awesome because the acoustics of that place are really nice because everything's ceramic and metal. It's a lot easier to get a crowd going when they can really hear everything that's going on.
And ladies and gentlemen, making his way in the ring, he is the Hurricane Pro Wrestling Cruiserweight Champion from Nederland, Texas, AJ the Adrenaline Rush.
Like, I will go on record saying every day of my life that it's predetermined, that we know the outcome. Because we do. There's no part of what we do that is fake.
Can I do this? Should I do this? But then you just got that roar of the crowd, the people cheering you to do it, and then it really just really encourages you. It gives you that extra bit of courage to just jump off and make them happy. This move always scares me every time. I never get over it.
People pay to come and see you and be entertained by you.
I've cracked my tailbone. I've broken some ribs, fractured my ankle. I had a slight tear in my left knee and my meniscus, and that's basically the shock for your knee. And so that I had to basically learn to re-walk again.
I hurt every day. Like, I've broken this hand, I've blown out both my knees. Like, my shoulder hurts, like my elbow clicks sometimes. I'm not really sure what's up with that, but okay. My back, I have 2 herniated discs in my back. It's not fun, but it is what it is. I created it. Like, this is where I came from. This is my story. This is my journey. This is how I'm going to tell it. That's what makes wrestling so beautiful, you know? It's just we're all different people. You know, we're all gonna paint with different colors. I've watched wrestling my entire life. I wouldn't know where my life would be without wrestling.
Ouch, that is a lot of broken bones.
I agree. After our commercial break, we take you to a unique language lab for people who live with aphasia.
And we visit downtown Beaumont to see how the arts is being used to revitalize the area. We'll be right back.
Aphasia is a complex disorder that affects more than just language. Language, of course, is critical to our interactions and communication.
I spent several weeks with clients in Professor Jamie Hartwell's aphasia program in the Department of Speech and Hearing at Lamar University.
And when we got to the hospital, my mom looked fine. I mean, I was very shocked, that they said she was in bad shape, and it was my decision, and that's hard, and they said we have to do this shot. It's a drip is what they call it.
I was trying to tell them I was okay. I said, not okay, but I said, I'm with God. I had rehab for speech and leg and anything. Your brain would not, I couldn't even remember how to brush my teeth.
Aphasia is a communication disorder that results from an injury to the brain. It typically comes from a stroke, and it affects a person's ability to access language. And so their speaking, listening, reading, and writing are often all impaired.
So that's part of my pleasure right here. I enjoy all my plants. I kind of talk with them.
And one day I came in and she said, look. And she had the St. Luke's bedspread, and she had written with black magic marker, non-permanent, Joyce. Joyce. And I was like, hallelujah,
I was
my
very
mom is back.
determined.
Yes.
I thought I was going to be playing golf in 9 months. So that was determined. That was what I'm trying to do.
At one time, I had to get out of the bed, and I couldn't move anything. I could think, but it was gibberish in my thoughts. I had my phone, and then and they asked me, what the emergency was, and that's all I could say was, I don't know, just I don't know. Well, let's go. So how do I decide that? We were going with your mother, and everybody was talking, and I was trying to say something, so we started doing Shay, and everybody, and finally we got the words, that we wanted to do, but I couldn't make any gestures at all,
He's still so creative even after. And he can't talk like he used to, but he can still do things that he used to do, even though he doesn't think he does them as well anymore.
So I think that's the big thing, the motivator for me is just, whenever you get down, well, you got to find something to do. And like my cannon, when I built that, because I was getting depressed, and so I had to find something to continue the fight. So I said, well, I'm gonna build me a cannon to get back in the combat. Yay!
Many of the activities that you used to do, you don't do anymore. And gardening is something that both of these people with aphasia have continued to do after their aphasia. And so what we're trying to do is kind of play off of those strengths and find ways that people with aphasia can still be fulfilled and have a purpose in life. And this is just one of those activities.
Want it really thick? You do like this. One this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. It was really enjoyed it because I want this to make a difference. That's what I'd like to see this happen. Whether it's for me or for the students or the kids later on, I would like this to be make a difference.
I sure miss my freedom, you know, just being me.
Group therapy is a powerful tool that we have here at the Lamar University Clinic. It enables people with aphasia to connect with others.
Well, it's helped me a whole lot because it's helped me to iterate what I'm trying to say. Now, the word didn't come out right, but to use my gestures and to my tools like writing and talking. You know, it's easier helping me, and I really like that. It helps me to get to iterate with other people.
But I'm thankful that they're here, you know, because I've been looking for that kind of help, you know, to recover from the stroke.
For more information about the Aphasia Conversation Lab, call the clinic at 409-880-8174.
Downtown Beaumont has long been a popular place for art exhibitions, music shows, and theater performances, but it's a very quiet downtown.
LUTV News reporter Edward Long has this story about a local musician and a passionate supporter of downtown Beaumont who want to bring some life back to the area.
Beaumont is the first place I ever felt home. Beaumont was a place where I met an amazing group of people, that continually growing group of people who are the coolest, most creative, most artistic, most intelligent people I've ever met. It's the greatest city in Texas.
I try my hand with 5 aces. They caught me, I played my last hand.
Orleans Street Festival is this annual event that goes on Orleans Street, and it's New Orleans themed, and we bring a lot of people from Beaumont, like musicians and artists and poets together, and we just have a big old party, and it's just a big celebration of Beaumont and art and just bringing people and families together.
We thought it'd be great to put on a festival called New Orleans on Orleans and really try to get the painters out painting and the street performers and just all that good stuff that New Orleans has. We tried to take all the good things out of New Orleans and bring it to Beaumont, you know, for a day.
In Beaumont, you have this clash between this very old principle, these old ways, and this new creativity, and so that rebellion, that push, that contrast creates these amazing artists and incredible musicians. And it's important for us to come together because we are what will make Beaumont great. We are the future of Beaumont. It's not going off somewhere else. It's what can we do to better Beaumont.
It's eclectic and also like a family. Like there's so many people, but it's still like if you're a family and you become part of it, and there's no escape. It's like your overprotective mother, but it's a good thing.
The music studio is about mainly teaching private music lessons. The studio is a 7,000 square foot facility with a lot of vacant rooms that we are trying to bring all the arts together. We're really open to anybody who wants to come and work on their art here at the studio. This isn't necessarily a place to perform, but a place for the arts to practice and to feed off of the energy off the other art forms.
My name is Joshua. I've been practicing this thing since I was 4 years old.
And how old are you now?
6. My favorite instrument is the drums. I like moving them on the cymbals and stuff like bop, 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 bop. Yeah, it sounds good when I play those beats.
I want to see him continue to be interested in it the way he is now. Right now, we don't have to make Joshua play his drums or his piano. He practices every day by himself. Mr. Chris keeps him interested with songs that he thinks Joshua will be interested in, and that's been really great with keeping his interest on both the drums and the piano.
My favorite music is from a guy called Michael Jackson.
I think this place is a real treasure. You know, when I tell locals about downtown, so many locals are like, how'd you find this place? You know, why do you even go downtown? But, you know, we hang out down here. We come here obviously for music lessons. We've visited some of the churches here and the playgrounds. It's a lovely part of Beaumont. And I can definitely see the potential for growth. This place is just part of that gem.
It's a beautiful place. I mean, it really is. If you come down here, you'll really see that, you know, they've renovated the streets, and it looks really nice. That culminated with just the fact that this building in and of itself is an Art Deco building that's known across the country. And, you know, inside and outside, it's a beautiful building. So immediately we were gravitated to the architecture of it. It just helped, you know, gave off a good energy for us, so we jumped on it. Hopefully this will be a place, like I say, that, you know, people will come together and work together and help each other, you know, to do good things for people, to help people out. If anything, just to do good, something good is what we're trying to do.
We are living on a veritable gold mine of an empty city. We have an empty downtown. That means we have a blank palette. We can make it exactly what we want. It's up to the artists, it's up to the architects, it's up to the people, the poets, the writers. It's up for us to come down and make it what we want, to write that on the walls. Beaumont is what I was looking for my entire life, and I didn't even know.
Keep our fingers crossed for a new, vibrant downtown. After the break, we take a look at what some firemen are doing to make a little boy's dream come true.
We'll be right back. Next on LUTV on Fox, we meet 6-year-old Aaron Cater, who doesn't let his struggles get in the way of his dream of being a fireman.
LUTV producer Bruce Wright and Lamar University professor Shenid Bhayroo show us the special bond between this little boy and his firefighter heroes.
He really wants to hear when he gets to get older. Well, we're building a playhouse for a friend of ours. There's Aaron Cater, 6-year-old child, and he's been a friend of ours. He comes to the fire station and hangs out, and he's really interested in the fire service, and he enjoys riding around on the fire trucks and stuff. So we're building him probably one of the coolest fire station playhouses out there. Tim Mitchell and Mike Perez back there. Tim's an expert carpenter, so we got together and tried to determine the size playhouse that we could build for him, that we could able to safely transport here to his house when we bring it to him. I say, well, you check the truck every Sunday.
We can kind of angle it in right here, put it off.
One of the local businesses provided a wrecker free of charge, a rollback wrecker. So we were able to load it up there at our fire station, and then we came over here and he had a lot of family and friends, and some of the people that had donated the money for the playhouse were here as well. And we were able to get it all set up for him. We felt a special kinship or connection with Aaron, and so we're fortunate enough he still comes by from time to time. In fact, I guess it was a couple of weeks ago you came by the last time, right? Mm-hmm. You know, so we've developed a good friendship. Mr. Cater had taken them and took them riding around the neighborhood, so when we came back, we'd have it all set up for them.
Hey, what are you doing? Doing here.
You don't know what's going on. Hey man, how you been? I got something for you. Look, see all these people out here? Check out what we got for you right here. You know there's a fire truck. You want to get inside and have a look? You want me to carry you in there? All right, you want me to put you down? All right. Can you reach that? I can get it for you today. Just gotta push hard on it. As excited as he was to see the Playhouse, we were probably that excited to see how happy he was. There's a great organization, nationwide organization called CASA, Court Appointed Special Advocates, and what they do is they advocate on behalf of children that have been removed from their home either through suspected neglect or abuse. Wonderful organization.
When Garrett told me about Aaron, I was just enthused that we would be able to do something.
And they actually raised the funds that allowed us to build this fire station here specifically for Aaron.
We provide services for abused and neglected children. We're very instrumental in putting families together, keeping families together, making children happy.
This, I just turn it this way, and it turns on. That's all. And it would, is what it does. If I want to get the hose out, I just put this and then do this, and it takes it out. All the way. Just like them, they just pulled it out like this. If I want to spray fire, I just lift this up, turn it around, and say, spray.
That's the way he is. He's a happy kid no matter what. The way he is now is the way what you see all the time. Aaron is a fireman for sure. He's always had, ever since he was probably about 4 years old, always interested in fireman stuff. So our neighbor a little while back had her fire alarm go off, and so the Groves Fire Department came, and after they finished up and everybody left, he told our neighbor Martha, said, "What'd you call them for?" "I'm right next door. You got a fireman right next door." So he's all ready to go put fires out anywhere they are, and one of his favorite things to do is I'll start a fire in the fire pit, and at the end of the day, I'll let him bring his fire truck out. We'll hook the hose up, and he puts the fire out. So he's put 3 or 4 fires out already, so we feel a lot safer in the neighborhood knowing we got him and a fire department here already.
If they have tall fires they need to put out, they just use the ladder truck to do that.
What do we use the Jaws of Life for?
Oh yeah, they use that to cut out car doors, and they just use that to get people out.
And what about the axes? What do we use the axes for?
Oh yeah, they use the axes to break down stuff.
We're part of your crew, right?
Yeah, more part of my crew.
Yeah.
And that's it for this special broadcast of LUTV on Fox. To watch these and other mini documentaries produced by Lamar University broadcast students, go to our Facebook page, LUTV News.
For 10 weeks over the summer, we'll feature 1 documentary per week and a 2-minute interview with the producer. For more information about Lamar University and the Department of Communication, visit lamar.edu. There you can find information about Lamar events, Lamar sports, and much, much more.
Thanks for watching LUTV right here on Fox. Look out for more Lamar student productions in the fall semester.